Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. A Civil War era style bourbon, Wild Wolf, is in the marketplace, inspired by the wartime exploits of a Union cavalry officer operating in our region. And we want to introduce you to a member of his family.
Wow.
Who wrote the book that inspired the bourbon.
That's right. And here to talk more about Wild Wolf Bourbon and being named the official bourbon of A Kentucky Evening with William Shatner is award-winning author and bourbon maker Ron Blair. Ron, thank you so much for coming by today. We appreciate it.
Quite an honor.
Oh,
and I know it's an honor for you guys too.
Yeah.
Well,
his TV series started when?
We are so excited.
1966.
That's right.
This is going to be an epic evening tomorrow night, and Wild Wolf is the official bourbon of the evening. In fact, Mr. Shatner himself is going to raise a glass of Wild Wolf and toast all of us, and we're going to toast right back. But let's start with a little backstory for us here on your Civil War ancestor. You wrote this awesome book, and then the bourbon followed. So walk us through that, Ron.
Well, it took nothing but passion. I mean, 17 years of research. I've uncovered things about his life. Very controversial man, but a lot of, well, especially in Kentucky, being a slave state. He was wounded 7 times. He had 8 horses shot from under him. He fought in over 300 battles and skirmishes, and he was also a politician as well.
And got the nickname Wild Wolf from those exploits and from those days.
Yeah, and also because he was a wild politician too. Right. I have to tell you, some of the speeches are in the index. And
so you wrote the book Wild Wolf a few years back, and then started thinking, you know what? There's not a Civil War style bourbon on the market.
And it just didn't come to me like that. I was actually doing a book signing at Hamburg, my friends at Liquor Barn, Jonathan Combs and all, and someone said, wow, Wild Wolf, that would be a fantastic name for a bourbon. And so then I immediately thought of a bourbon story in the book, where the great chase of 1,000 miles, where Wild Wolf is wounded from bullets sustained from Morgan's men, and rode 1,000 miles, still bleeding in his saddle, to capture his nemesis, John Hunt Morgan.
Incredible.
That's right. What a story.
Yeah.
And of course, we all know John Hunt Morgan from Lexington history, too.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what the Civil War bourbon looks like. I mean, what makes it different from another bourbon?
Great question. We, by design, decided this would be a fantastic way to replicate what the Kentucky farmers did back then, to distill. Most of them were distilling on their own. So they grew the grains with it. We have our grains are grown within 20 miles. It's distilled in Bourbon County. The grains are non-GMO. We don't use artificial enzymes, and we let the malted barley do all the fermentation.
True Kentucky bourbon, love it.
It's nothing but true water of Kentucky as well.
Yeah.
Comes out of Stoner's Creek, and so it took me 5 years to find someone who was willing to do this. I went to the large distillers, I went to medium-sized, small ones, and I finally found Hartfield and Company in Bourbon County.
Yes.
And they do an unbelievable handcrafted
Great reputation
job.
there.
Oh,
Yes.
unbelievable.
So how excited are you that William Shatner is going to be doing a toast with your bourbon specifically?
Pinch me. Yeah, I mean, I was raised, he was in our family room.
Yeah.
You know, the first TV show, 1966, and then finally Star Trek the movie. That was in
1979.
Good. Very good.
I was an eager 10-year-old sitting in the theater watching this.
Yeah.
And the 7 decades to follow. I mean, he's just a true worldwide icon.
Yes,
so
he is.
we are thrilled for this opportunity for all of us tomorrow night. But Ron, we need to know, where can our viewers find your bourbon and also find the book, Wild Wolf?
Yeah, Amazon.com or acclaimpress.com. You can actually go to our website, wildwolfky.com as well. And if you click on the first page, it'll take you to my publisher's page. You could buy the book that way too.
Very good.
But you can also review all the many reviews, and they're all good reviews. And
fantastic.
And
and how about the bourbon too?
Oh, yeah. All the Liquor Barn stores carry it.
All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That sounds great.
And I'm partial to this one right in front of me here, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later. Ron, it's great to have you on here, my
It
friend.
really is. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Real pleasure.
Oh,
Yes.
and we're looking forward to tomorrow
Thank
night.
you so
with
much.
It's going to be great. Wild Wolf, the
I'm
book or
excited.
the bourbon, or both. Try them out, folks. We're back after this. Stick around.